Imagine a small family somewhere in America. Two children, two parents, both who have college degrees. They work every day and they work very hard, but they can never quite afford to save up to buy a house, to save for their child's education in the future, or for their own retirement because the massive burden of their student debt is so large. Student loan debt is turning education into a hindrance instead of a benefit. Education is not supposed to be something that holds people back. It's supposed to open them up to more opportunities. But the student debt crisis is causing that to no longer be true. Forgiving student loan debt can lift these burdens and drastically reshape these people's lives. This issue is nationwide and affects those of all ages. We often assume that the main demographic for this issue would be individuals my age, people still in college or soon graduating from college or who have just graduated from college. But people have debt as recorded in an MSNBC article that stated a question an elderly woman wrote in to their program. She states, "I'm 65 years old and I have $80,000 in student loans. They are preventing me from being able to retire." Here are some more facts that I found from the US Federal Reserve and the American Chamber of Commerce. There is more than $1.5 trillion of student debt owed in the United States of America. This debt is owed by 44.5 million people across all demographics, and 2 million of these people owe more than $200,000 in debt. Moreover, the effects of this debt are even more staggering when we look at the effects of this debt are more staggering than even the debt itself. And a poll conducted by NerdWallet, a poll that was deemed valid by the US Chamber of Commerce, found that the projected retirement age is reaching 72 years old for those with student loan debt. This is an increase from where it currently sits at 66 years old. The plan that I'm proposing is not mine, but one that I feel passionate about and believe would correct the educational wrong that has been created. Under existing executive authority of the President of the United States, he or she can forgive student loan debt for millions of Americans. This plan, developed by Senator Elizabeth Warren, along with Majority Leader Chuck Schumer, calls on the president to issue an executive order to cancel up to $50,000 in debt for borrowers. And they push the president to make sure that these benefits are ensured to help those that are most in need. Studies conducted by the offices of these U.S. senators have found, quote unquote, that canceling student loan debt would substantially increase Black and Latino household wealth and help narrow the racial wealth gap, provide immediate relief to millions of Americans during the pandemic and recession, and provide massive consumer-driven stimulus to our economy. According to Nitro College, the average amount of student loan debt in America is around $37,000, meaning millions of Americans could see their entire student loan debt disappear if this plan went into action. Now remember that family we mentioned in the beginning. With no student debt, they can now afford to save for a house, build their savings, provide for their family, build their career, and build their community. Thousands of people who just graduated college would be able to put their degrees to use, have time to find competitive employment, and be able to save. Education could once again be a tool of betterment and no longer a hindrance. Home ownership would increase, the economy would strengthen, and Americans could have a sense of opportunity and a fresh reminder of the American dream. In conclusion, we must forgive student loan debt. The burden has grown too large, the effects have become far too negative, and education was always supposed to make things better, not worse. Now it is time for us to call on our representatives to use our voices in conversations, online, in letters, and in the ballot box to keep fighting for this important policy change. Thank you.